Hello everyone, this is Max Peace, and we're in Chainers right now. Welcome to my humble farm. This is like m- one of the best places I love to be each day. I love to spend loads of my time over here, and I really find it very peaceful. Spending time in my farm and taking care of it, one of the best things I really love to do. Let's just harvest some of these shack pumpkins. Yes, and we are ready to go. So today we are going to cover our most recent progression event. And I'm going to show you how easy it is actually to get on which level, you want to get according to what you are targeting, according to what your farm needs. So it depends on your preference. Whatever you wish, I'm going to show you how to hit it. And you don't have to go all the way. Okay, so let us look quickly at the event that's happening right now. This progression event, and by the way, there are other events. All of them are happening all at the same time right now. So it's like a great time to be alive at Chainers. It's a great time to be a chainer and to go and participate as much as you can with all these events and get the most out of them. Get the most out of them, get the most benefit out of all these events. And basically, when you want to check the events that are happening right now, you can click right next to the profile picture on the inbox. And over here, you got all the new stuff that's happening, all the updates that's happening. Okay, so you don't really need to go anywhere else. Of course, on our Discord, you're gonna get all the help you need. We have the announcements, everything's over there. It's happening on Discord right now. You can always find me. Yeah, ask for me, tag me. I'm always gonna be there to help. And everyone in Chainer's family, we are all very, uh, right there, just helping everyone. Okay, everyone's super friendly, everyone's super helpful, and they're all very generous. And I'm not just saying that. I've been there for so long, and when you're there, it's not just a community. We are a family. Okay, so right here we have launched the most recent and one of the coolest seeds, and it's a limited edition seed. Okay, so whenever you hear limited edition, you have to focus. Okay, don't let it slip your hand. They are limited, meaning they're not in shop available to buy them anytime. They're only available in the shop for a limited time. Especially like you can see they're limited and you can see the timer in the shop, so they're only available during the event. So get your hands on some. If you can, don't let them, like get the event over. Yeah, don't let the event finish before getting your hands on some. You have to make good use of any opportunity that's going to benefit your farm. Okay, and when you find something that beneficial, that's super uh, profitable and it's very valuable, that's going to produce for you one of the highest basically uh, buy point makers in your farm, the dragon fruit, the jack pumpkin, the pineapple, the star anise seed, all of these, white lily, even black lotus and holy seed and sunflower. These are the limited seeds, but I like to focus especially. My favorites are pineapple, white lily, jack pumpkin, and the dragon fruit. I have to add it to the list of my favorites because merging them is easy. So it's exactly like Jack Pumpkin, Pineapple, and White Lily. You need 16 common, right, to get a 1 legendary. And in the recipe for the dragon fruit, because it's extra special and it's the forbidden fruit of all chainers, they added another ingredient in the recipes, the legendary fertilizer. So legendary fertilizer is available right now in the shop, and you can buy it with CFB, and it's very affordable. So you need those legendary fertilizer to merge your dragon fruit seeds and merge them as high as you can. If you're going to go up to legendary, then they will be one of the most profitable and valuable seeds in your farm. Yeah, as a really rough calculation, I just did the calculation really quickly, like sketching something, like a really fast scribble. And the number I saw, it really, it hit the spot. It's really satisfied me. It was about 358,000 buy points per day. Yeah, that's the minimum, because that's a calculation without the bonus, without the boost, without the phytolamp. That's just the seed, plain and simple, planting it in a legendary plot. I'm always going to calculate on a legendary plot because that's the aim. We're always aiming for legendary plots. And basically, once you get to the part where you get your first legendary plot, then you're targeting automatically the second, and then the third, and then the fourth. And the more you get, the more easier it's gonna be to collect more legendary plots. Growth fertilizers, you can always get your hand on some just by completing the daily missions. Yeah, there's a really, really good chance that you're gonna get a legendary fertilizer. The common growth fertilizer, which is gonna be used in merging plots. Okay, so that's the second most important target. So now you have a recipe which will basically, be a killer combo. if you got a limited seed, a legendary limited seed, and you have a legendary plot, that's like gold. Take it to the bank. That's like the most profitable thing in your farm. And the best thing about seeds and plots is they don't need food. You don't need to feed them, right? So that's like something, keep it in mind always, and don't forget that plots don't take as much space as animals. So also keep that in mind. In my opinion, that's how I love my farm to be, is I don't go 100%, like straight plots and seeds. I like to have one of everything. So I have a balanced farm. And I don't have to go excessive on one item or one animal. Yeah, legendary plots is always going to be useful. Get your hands on as much legendary plots as you can. Same thing for limited edition seeds. Whenever you find something and you can afford it and it's there, don't miss it. Okay? So right here we have the forbidden dragon fruit, and we covered that. We also have a really, really, really super exciting, yeah, this is like fireman, the leaderboard on IMX on Immutable. This is mind-blowing because we had the leaderboard previously. This one like explodes the roof. It doesn't just blow the roof, it explodes the roof, because you can see the prizes are like much bigger. Yeah, you can see they're multiplied. So you have a $15,000 prize that's gonna be given in the leaderboard. So try to finish all the leaderboard missions. How do we do them? I'm gonna show you right now. You can go over here to missions, really simple, okay? And the daily is the daily missions. The leaderboard is the immutable leaderboard, yeah? The faster you finish them is the higher you're gonna get placed. So whenever you find a mission, and they usually add more missions upon the reset, which is UTC 12 midnight. That's the reset. Set your alarms, be ready. When you find the mission, run. Finish the mission as soon as you can, especially if it's an easy mission. Yeah, if it's an easy mission, do it. Okay, over here, and before you rush, just so we are clear, always ask. If you doubt anything, always ask us. You can find us on Discord at any time. Ask anyone, okay? Ask me, ask Max, ask any of the moderators. We're all super helpful. Ask any of the old OG members, the early members. Ask any of the super chainers. Everyone's going to help you, okay? You're always going to find help on Chainers Universe, on our Discord. Next to the leaderboard, you're going to find a tab called Event. And if you've noticed that the reset in, which is the countdown timer, it's actually not going to reset. That's when the event is going to end. But why is it called reset? Because the dailies reset in 6 hours, 33 minutes, for example. The weekly reset in 3 days, 6 hours, and so. The monthly reset, see? So you know what reset means. When there's an event and a leaderboard, it means that the leaderboard is going to end in 13 days. And this event is going to end in 3 days and 6 hours. The missions are also introduced on a daily basis. Be ready, finish them. You're going to get a bunch of really cool prizes. If you manage to finish all the event missions, which I'm planning to do, you're going to get a random limited animal. That one should be a deer or a piggy. And you're going to get 16 random limited edition seeds. Cool? That's super. Yeah? So do them. Finish them. And this event is specific on the forbidden dragon fruit. As you can see, missions, some of them are really easy, some of them are a little bit tricky. So yeah, do the best you can. We're all competitive. We're all gamers, you know. We're chainers, and I'm ex-immutable gamers. I myself, I'm an elite gamer, so we know what competitive mean, and we're like really old school gamers here. Let us quickly drop into the shop and check what's up. So these packs, come on, like I see them with really good prices. You can get your hands on a bunch. Yeah, if you get 2 of the 50s, so you're getting 44, and you need 52, right? Let me check the calculator here. So if you got 16 times 3, so that's 48. Okay, cool. So you need 4 more. If you get like 2 of them, you can get 3 legendaries. I myself, you know, I'm gonna keep it simple for myself. I'm aiming just for 1 legendary. I'm gonna just keep it really simple. I already bought some, so I have an epic, and I'm gonna get 1 pack of the 7 dragon fruit seeds. Why? Because I only need 7 more. how is it possible if I have 8? So I'm missing 1. The 1 I'm going to get from the progression event. If we check the rewards, and we're going to go right now and check them, we're going to see that we can get them really easily. Cool. And here are the legendary fertilizer. Check the recipe. I'm not going to go over the recipes and the numbers. You can go inside your farm, go to your workshop, always check the recipe, always check the ingredients, and check the numbers. How much do you need? You can also find so much useful information on our Gitbook. The Gitbook has just been updated thanks to Chainer's team. They did an excellent job in updating the Gitbook, and now it's up to date and it looks, really fresh and clean, really nice, modern look. So you're going to find all the information you need over there. The rest of the shop, we already know what we have. So let us get, down to business with the progression event. What do we need to do in the progression event? We need a multiplier. I went ahead and I bought some CFB and I got my multiplier. I spent some already. I did some work already just pre this video, and I left a little bit to show you how easy it is. So right now, for example, if I have 125 polygon and I'm gonna buy with the CFB. So you can do it in 3 ways. You can actually pay by Google Pay, Apple Pay, credit card. You can do it just by connecting your wallet, which I always use. And you can do it from your internal currency, from the balance which my farm has earned from the Polygon pool and the BNB pool. Okay, so basically these are from my earnings, from my farm's earnings, and it's as easy as I'm just gonna click. You have to select CFB, okay, because once you select something else, you're gonna get different options. So if I select on Polygon, I'm gonna withdraw. I don't want to withdraw. I want to buy CFB. And how am I going to pay for it? I'm going to pay it from my internal currency. Cool. Scroll downwards, select either Polygon or BNB, and the pool system, the pool rewards are going to get a whole bunch of rework and rebalance and very cool look. Plus, they're planning on, as they just, spoiled us in the spoiler alerts. So I'm gonna leak this information right now. Chainer's team is planning to introduce, and give me a drum roll. They're planning to introduce USDT. Woohoo! They're planning to introduce yes USDT. You heard it right. It's mind-blowing. I'm mind-blown. Seriously, this is like one of the best news ever in 2026 to hear that Chainer's is gonna introduce USDT token to the reward pool. So we're gonna have Polygon, BNB, and USDT. And other really cool stuff. I'm not going to talk about them. You're going to know when it happens. So let us continue. Okay. I'm so excited right now. Just by, mentioning the USDT. So right now, how much am I going to plan? I'm going to plan to use all my balance. So over here, we have 125 Polygon. So let's go according to my calculations. And what I need in my farm right now is I need to merge a bunch of stuff that's going to cost me 800 CFB. Yeah, I'm going to show you. We're going to go through them. It's not a secret. And I'm also planning on buying from the shop a bunch of stuff that's going to cost me 1,625 CFB. So we need to cover that amount. And we're gonna get different multipliers. Here's the tricky part. If I'm gonna spend any CFB in shop, one CFB is gonna give me 9 XP. Cool. And when we have the multiplier, we're gonna use that multiplier and we're gonna multiply it times 9. Okay. So each CFB is gonna be spent, is gonna be multiplied by times 9, multiplied again by the multiplier, because we're going to get a multiplier when we buy CFB, right? And for merging, it's exactly the same thing, but instead of multiplying by times 9, we're going to multiply it by, yes, you know, times 10. For each one CFB spent in merging, yeah, to merge anything in my farm, we're going to get 10 XP. Cool. Cool. So over here, I simply put my 125 polygon and I'm going to click on purchase. Yes, proceed. It's processing. And there you go. We got the CFB. We got the 503 CFB plus the multiplier. As soon as you buy anything, the multiplier gets added and you get a reset to the time, because we all get 60 minutes, right? Let me show you. Over here, you can see 59 minutes and 28 seconds. So you got these 60 minutes, yeah, or less right now, to finish all the things you need to do. So you need to calculate them, you need to predetermine everything, you need to pre-plan everything. Everything has to be calculated, you know, to the T, to the decimal. So there's no mucking around here. There's no messing around. You know what you got to do. So as soon as you take the decision, you take the action, and you buy your CFB, you're going to receive your multiplier. And the countdown timer is going to start. You have to have everything ready, and you know how you're going to tackle it. In my case, some of the items that needs merging is part of the reward. So how? Here's the dragon fruit, by the way. The common dragon fruit, the missing one to get our legendary. So how, for example, I have a rabbit and I need this rabbit. Yeah, because you need 2 rabbits to merge. How am I going to get them? You can't merge and you can't get the XP without doing that. And that's why I'm going to use some of my CFB to first initially purchase some stuff. I'm going to go and buy some stuff from the shop, from the in-game shop, you know? So I'm already going to get these rewards, and I'm going to show you how we get them. As soon as you get them, you're going to get this bar filled, and each level you hit, it's going to get highlighted. Yeah. And as soon as you hit it, you don't even need to claim. You just pop into your farm. You're going to find everything in your inventory. Okay. And let us check the inventory right now, so you know what I have. My plan is to merge 1 rabbit and 1 black sheep. I don't even have any black sheep. Let me just do that again. Okay. So how am I gonna get 2 black sheep? It's very simple. When you have 1 rabbit and you're getting another rabbit from the progression event, you're gonna merge those to get a black sheep. And if you check the other rewards in the progression event, there's also another black sheep. So there you go. You're gonna get 1 black sheep from the rewards, and you're getting another black sheep from the merge. And I included that amount of CFB from both in my recipe to success, in the progression event. I'm adding those CFB, which is exactly 800. Yeah, you already knows these numbers. If you don't know these numbers, you can check over here. Just walk to your workshop, click on it, select the animal tabs or whatever tab you want. You can go plots, yeah, to spend CFB. Go whatever. As long as you're spending CFB in merging, it's gonna count. Okay? And over here you have all the recipes. For the Angora rabbit, you just click on it and you already can see how much CFB you need. We already have the rabbit, right? So you need 2 chinchillas to get a rabbit. We already have the rabbit. So we are gonna check the following recipe. So we need 2 rabbits to get a black sheep. So that's 200 CFB. And then we need 2 sheep to get an alpaca, right? So that's a 600. So those are the 800. It's that simple. If you need help with any of those calculations, tag me on Discord, okay? You can get my help. All the moderators will help you with the calculation. All of us, and the early members, the OGs, all of us know how to do these things. These are very simple. You can use the chain risk calculator from one of our moderators, ●𝗍𝗀𝗍. He can help you with all these calculations, all of us will help you. Just pop into Discord and tag any of us and just say, help. You're going to find this, okay? So let me go ahead and finish this up because I need internal currency. The things that I'm planning to buy will cost me a 2,425 CFB. Okay, so we need internal currency, BNB. How much do we have? 0.14. 0.014. So we're going 14. Yes. And purchase. Cool. Let's go. Vamos. Andiamo. Allez. And we got it. Now we have, yes, exactly. Everything is working as planned. We have the multiplier we calculated, and we're gonna start right now. First step, go to shop. I need 4 phytolamps. So I'm buying 4 phytolamps. Phytolamps is one of the most important things and most useful things to install on your plots. They're not gonna just boost your production quality of the seed. So when I'm planting an epic, I'm gonna get a bunch of legendary. If I'm planting common, I'm gonna get a bunch of uncommon. No, you're also gonna get an occasional chance to boost the number. So for example, if I'm using a rare phytolamp, that's why I'm buying 4 and I'm merging them for a rare phytolamp. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,200 CFB. See, it's that easy. And you have all the information over here. You even have the dimensions. You know how much squares they're gonna take. You know all of these. When you have a rare phytolamp and I install it on my legendary plot, as you saw at the beginning of the video, when I harvested the jack pumpkin, and you can go back and check, one of the harvests hit, the boost of the phytolamp. So I'm not getting a 16. The standard is 16. Any seed I'm gonna plant in a legendary plot, no matter what the seed is, if it's a common seed, if it's a legendary seed, you're gonna get 16. That's a standard. Occasionally, when your luck is good, you're gonna get double. That's without a phytolamp. So any plot above common, you're gonna get double. Yeah, you have the chance to get that. So that's just, the natural boost of any plot. And the same works with animals, by the way, except the limited edition animals. The limited animals, they have a special booster. I'm talking about the regular animals, like the fuzzy animals, like the alpaca, the black sheep, the rabbit, the camel. The goat, the cows, the buffalo, the chicken, the turkey, the ostrich, all of these have the same effect as the plots. They have a double, and you can get that, occasionally. But once you install a phytolamp, especially the rare phytolamp, you can get a 43 harvest instead of 16. And for me, that's like huge. Yeah, that's a game changer, because check how much time you can get that per day. There's also a chance, but you're gonna get them. You just saw it right now. Like, it's not intentional. I can't control when it happens, and you can see it happens. It really does. In my case, like, it happens once every 4 times, once every 5 times. If I'm really, really lucky, I can get it once every 3 times. Yeah. And I checked it. Like, I check these things always, because I'm always experimenting and I'm always testing. Yes, let's claim. Once you do that, once I did that right now, I already got a bunch of things. See all of these rewards? Yes, right there. You already got all of these rewards, and I'm taking a screenshot because I love it. See? All of these have been highlighted. Just simply by buying the phytolamps, I'm spending the CFB, and I got all of these. So I got the black sheep. I got the rare Jack pumpkin. It's a limited. Yeah, I got the growth fertilizers. I got the tomato. Tomato is gonna be really useful to do the food. Yeah, it's really important for the recipe. You got the wood plot. Any plots is like gold. I got the rabbit. Yes. I even got a chinchilla. And the missing key for the legendary limited edition forbidden fruit, the dragon fruit. I got it. Yes. Anything above that is gonna be a bonus. So we're gonna get also maybe a couple of other levels. Yeah, let's see how far we go. Okay. So we're gonna pop into the farm right away. Let us not waste much time. Yes, and let's go, and I'm gonna mute my farm, okay, so you guys can hear me. Yes, you can mute it. Over here, you can see I got the sheep, I got the chinchilla, and I got 2 of the rabbits. So let's go quickly to the merger in the workshop. Yes. I never waste any chance to make food. Food is very important. Whenever I find these, yeah, and I'm not gonna bore you. I'm just showing you how I do them. I do them really quickly. Yes, over here you can see already, because we have the recipe, it goes directly to the top of the list because it's as per what's available. If you have the recipe, it's gonna go on top. So you don't need to scroll right down and search for it. You're gonna find it on top of the list. You need the 200 CB, lucky we have them. Let's merge. Yes. And I love the black sheep. The black sheep, in my opinion, is one of the coolest and cutest and also a badass. So it's really cool. And I love the dance. I love the animation. I love the dance. I love the 3D effect. Way cool. We got a rare Pattison seed. So we hit another level right now. That's so cool. When you have a black sheep, feed it. Okay? And watch what happens. The food of any fuzzy animal is radish and cabbage. Yeah, you can feed it any tier, any rarity of food. It won't be picky. It will eat as long as you're giving it the fuzzy food, it's going to eat it. And watch when it's time to harvest the wool. Okay, I want you to witness the dance of the black sheep. It's one of the coolest things in your farm. And you're gonna see the black sheep, how it's shaking. It's so cool, the dance of the black sheep. I also love the dance of the ostrich because it does something like a moonwalk, like Michael Jackson. It literally does that. So that's like so cool. This guy, that's the legendary ostrich. But the black sheep, I think it's even cooler, in my opinion. You have to see it. So right now, see, because we merged the rabbits, so we have already a black sheep. So let us go right away into the workshop. Yes, on top, and we see the black sheep. It's gonna take 600 CFB, and it's gonna give us an alpaca. So let's merge. Exactly. And we're claiming. And we hit another level. Woohoo! Now we have a plastic plot. That's so cool. And see, you really don't need to claim anything. You're just going to find them. See, the reward, as soon as you hit it, it's that easy. You already got it. You got the alpaca. You got the reward from the progression event. They're always going to find you in your storage, in your farm. Yeah, they're going to be added to your inventory. And I'm planning on going another step. Why? Because if I'm having a bunch of dragon fruit seeds, I'm gonna need a bunch of legendary fertilizer. We have now 24. Yes, 24 is a cool number, but I think I'm gonna need some more extra. According to my calculations, I need 40 legendary fertilizer to merge, half of the recipe. I already have an epic. Over here. Let me show you. This guy. See? It's already in a plot. That's the epic. Yeah? And when you harvest it, it's going to look like that. See that? That's the dragon fruit. The epic. And I have a bunch of legendary. Why? Because we already know. See, we have 3 legendaries and we have 13 epic. As a total, that's, yes, exactly, that's 16. So I got a bunch of extra higher rarity tier, yeah, and the total is 16 because the booster didn't work for the 43, but it worked for getting a higher tier. That's how important a phytolamp. It's a game changer. See, I already don't have the legendary seed, but I got a bunch of legendary. And that's like really helpful, not just on selling on the pool. It's also really helpful when you're trying to accomplish, any missions. Yeah, when you're trying to finish these missions, man, some of them get really tricky, and some of them you need the legendary. So if you have an epic and you combine that with phytolamp, there you go. You got your legendaries. Yes, they're going to take a little bit more effort, but you got it. Yes, there. So thank you very much. You're already on the right track. For me, yes, I already have 24 legendary fertilizers, but I really think that I need a bunch more of fertilizers. And I think the best option right now in these packs of legendary fertilizers is to get the 50. And I already have the CFP. So it's going to be the most one, which is going to save me the most CFP, and I'm going to get 50 legendary fertilizers. That's going to be enough to cover all the merges I'm going to need, okay? Plus some, just in case I need them for any emergency, because we're in a leaderboard right now. We're in an event right now. Missions are introduced and they're launched on a daily basis. And it's a first serve, first come, first serve. So as soon as they're available, if you can finish them first, then you're in a good spot, in the leaderboard. So that's when a legendary fertilizer is going to get, it's going to be really handy. If the legendary fertilizer is going to help me to get ahead on the leaderboard, I'm going to use it. And if it's going to be worth the 425 CFB, of course it's going to be worth it. So that's like a really good price. It's a really good price compared to the prize that I'm gonna be hitting, the target, the goal. So let us go ahead. Yeah, I really love how it looks like. It looks like really luxurious fertilizer. And we're gonna buy. Yes, perfect. One click. And we got our rare star anise. Yay! We did hit another level. That's so cool. And we're claiming. Excellent. Let us look at the progression event right now. This is really great, man. See? Like we're almost finished. This is so cool. The multipliers, you can already see them right there. So it's easier, to calculate because you're just going to multiply it by these numbers. It's already made easy for us. You don't have to do the complicated calculation, the one I did. Over here, yes, spend 50 CFB. I'm going to show you something right now, which is really cool. We don't need this calculator, but we need our Immutable account. And in the Immutable account, we can click on the search icon. I'm gonna, yes, chainers, and I'm gonna click on this arrow. Why? I want to check the leaderboard, and I'm gonna check it to see the actual amount of points getting added. And this is just for pure experimentations. Yeah, we're here and we got a mission, so why not, right? Right now we have 1055 points. If we claim this, that should be added. Okay, cool. So it's gonna be 1060 plus 70, so that's 1140. Let us check. I'm gonna claim. Let me minimize this for 1 second. And claim. Yeah, 1130. So that's added right there, right? It was 1055 plus 75. Yeah. See how cool that is? There you go. I miscalculated that. That's why you gotta always check. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how I love to do it. And thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We went over the progression event. We saw the Immutable leaderboard on Immutable platform. You saw the prizes from the inbox over here. You saw how to check all the updates. Yes, we have the shop. We have the timer over here. The progression event, it's going to end in 3 days and 6 hours. Same thing for the missions over here. Yeah, that's for the Immutable, and that's for the event. Also, that's for 3 days and 6 hours. So the event of the dragon fruit is gonna end at the same time with this progression event. Yeah, there are many events happening right now, so use them. And you can get the best out of them by hitting all of the same, events all at the same time by just one action. There's a saying, one stone, whatever, how many birds? So yeah, don't take it literally because, I love birds, but do this. One action and it's gonna echo. It's gonna hit on several levels. Not just 2 or 3, no, let it hit, let it echo. Yeah, so you don't do too much. Work smart. That's my motto. Work smart, not hard. And that needs a little bit of knowledge, of course. Yeah, you need to have some experience, of course, from trainers, and we're always there to share this with you. And like a very small plan. Yeah, keep it simple. You saw how easy it is. It's so easy to do this, to get the event, the dragon fruit forbidden. You know how to get on the leaderboard of Immutable, and we're always there to help you guys. So tag me whenever you need any help. Again and again and again, I'm gonna always say to you, you're always gonna find help on Chainer's Universe. Thank you guys for tuning in again. This is Max Peace. See you.